In this video, I'm going to reveal to you why you just can't stop scrolling even though you hate it. And I was in the exact same position as you. I remember I would be scrolling for 8, 10 hours a day. And through all of that period, I hated it. I absolutely hated scrolling with all of my heart. And yet I just couldn't stop. And so many people relate to this. And so in this video, I'm going to help you get out of it. I've been a procrastination coach for the past year, and I've learned so many lessons from there. I want to get you all those lessons. I want to help you save all of the time that I spent. And as proof of what I can help you with, my clients have gotten excellent results. So I can give you the same results as well. So reverse time 2 years ago to where I was scrolling non-stop. I genuinely couldn't stop. And the worst part about all of this is that it's a negative cycle that just repeats itself. So let's say you scroll one day for 6 hours, right? Maybe not as much as some people, but still a lot. And you feel bad about yourself, right? You always feel bad when you scroll. You feel guilty and ashamed of yourself. And because of that, the very next day rolls around, you feel bad from yesterday. And so what do? You scroll some more to escape those emotions. It's just a negative cycle that just keeps repeating itself. And so even though you could hate scrolling with all of your heart and passion, you're still gonna do it. That's the problem here, right? The thing is, and this took me a long while to realize, I want you to really get this down. Scrolling is an addiction, just the same as procrastination is an addiction. Now that's obvious, right? You've heard that before. You understand that. But what most people get wrong is that they don't treat it like an addiction. Most people think that they can just go cold turkey and completely stop. If you've tried that, you know that doesn't work, right? If you've tried that, it maybe worked for a day, maybe. And then the next day you scroll even longer to compensate for yesterday. It's not gonna work. You have to actually treat it like an addiction. And so if we go through all of the steps of addiction processes, essentially it just starts with the trigger. The first step is to find your trigger. And a trigger is just what causes you to do the action. So in this case, what causes you to scroll? You can actually pause the video here and think about it. What does cause me to scroll? For me, a lot of scenarios actually. For me, first of all, whenever I was eating something, I would feel bored, and so I'd start watching YouTube. That by itself was fine. The problem was that when I was finished eating, I would still watch YouTube. And so even though I'm done eating, I would just lose an extra hour on top of that. Or whenever I was cooking something for myself, or whenever I was editing in the morning, all of these scenarios, right? They just became the problem. The problem wasn't that I was scrolling. Truly, that's not your problem. The problem is that either you don't know your triggers, or that you know them, but it still hasn't helped you yet. So let's say you do realize your triggers, you know what they are. The next step, number 2, is to isolate them. And by isolate them, I mean specifically get the exact situation down. So literally, for me, every time I would eat a dinner-sized meal, so for me, I'm bulking, right? I'm eating a lot. So that's honestly a lot, right? I'm eating 3-4 dinner-sized meals throughout the day just because I need to eat a lot. And so immediately, that's 3-4 places that I need to isolate and be careful around. But it's easy to isolate things, right? The actual last step, which will make or break this whole video, is to either remove or replace your trigger. And I'll give you examples of both. So for the first one, removing your trigger is genuinely blocking or not allowing the action to happen. So I'll give you an example. I ended up having to download an app on my phone. It's called ScreenZen, by the way. It's really helpful if you want it. Completely free. It genuinely just made it so that I can't open YouTube from, let's say, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And during that block of time, I literally cannot open it. You can go into the app and disable the blocking, but just that extra step of friction and resistance is enough for me to not scroll anymore. It's that simple. You're just blocking it from ever happening. You could uninstall YouTube from your phone or TikTok. Again, for me, the drug of choice was YouTube. For you, it might be Instagram or TikTok. Doesn't matter. This works for everything, no matter what. And then the second example is to replace it. So oftentimes I find that I would be very productive in the morning, very productive in the middle of the day. And then afterwards at like 4 or 5 p.m., I'd have nothing to do because, I've been working hard. I've been actually doing stuff. And so I just end up pulling out my phone and like skipping time pretty much. I just didn't have anything to do, so I passed the time. That was another trigger, by the way. And so when I realized that why am I wasting my time like this? Like I could be doing anything else, literally anything else that would make me feel better, make me more productive, and I wouldn't even feel empty after I do it. I'd actually feel fulfilled. And so when I replaced it, all I did was that I put my phone under the book I was trying to read. That's simple. And so every time I wanted to go for my phone and scroll, I'd be instantly reminded that, oh yeah, I wanted to read today. That by itself was enough for me to replace that trigger with a positive trigger. So now around 4 or 5 p.m., I can actually read a book instead, and I'm much more productive because of it. You see, it doesn't matter what you do here, because again, I can't tell you exactly what to do. I wish I could, but you have to find your triggers, which is the easy part. And then the part that most people mess up on is that they either don't remove or replace it. See, this is where people get the most progress. It isn't even from using a tactic like the 5-second rule, eat the frog. It's none of that. Honestly, what you will get the most progress from in terms of stopping scrolling and procrastination is that you find your trigger. You find what's causing all of this, and you just get rid of it. That's it. And once you actually implement all of the steps and you treat this like an addiction, I have a disclaimer for you. And this disclaimer is that this way of stopping procrastination is slow. I'm not even going to lie to you. This is really slow. But it actually works. Because you could try to be disciplined about it. You could try to brute force it. You could just try to completely cut off scrolling from your life. But you'll just fall back down into a rut again. And I know this because I was in that position. I tried to be disciplined about it. I just ended up scrolling even more. And I want to prevent you from that. I just want you to know that, yes, this process is slower than being disciplined. But it actually works. At the end of the day, the results stay with you. I'm now at the point where I scroll maybe 1 or 2 hours a day, and it's only because I went through this whole process. Again, 8 to 10 hours a day before, now maybe 1 or 2. It's such a huge difference in my life. I literally feel like a chain has been lifted off my neck and I can actually live my life. I want you to get that same exact feeling as well. But you just have to stick with it. And if you want my personal help with stopping your scrolling, then I can help you. I've been doing procrastination coaching for the past year, and I've learned a ton of lessons, especially about scrolling. And if you want to go ahead and get my help to really fast track your progress with this, now the progress will be slow, but with my help, it will be much faster. Then you can go ahead and get a free consultation completely for free by clicking the link in the description. And if you want to find out why most procrastination videos on YouTube are actually BS, and this will actually save you a lot of time with stopping scrolling, then you should go ahead and watch this video.